Okay guys, welcome back to day one tasks or video two, right? So if you haven't watched the first video, I would recommend that you watch it, and let's continue. So the first video we talked about what the get PID does, which is to get the process ID identification, right? So each process on your command, like each execution that you do has a particular process identification. Okay, so this one, its process identification is this, and this one, its process identification is this, and this one, its process identification is this. But one thing they need you to know is that we also have what we call parent process ID, right, which is this PPID, right? So, and we were told to do these tasks. Okay, so we are to write a program that prints the parent ID of the parent process. Run your program several times with the same shell. It should be the same. So we'll do all these things, and then we'll talk on them. So first, this is the last task I did. So I'm going to copy this guy because I want to just maximize my time. I'll copy the pid.c, right, and I'll give it a name, ppid.c, right? So that's it. So that's for parent process ID. So if I list it, I have ppid, so I'll vi ppid.c, right? So I have this, right? Good. So the next thing I want to do is what I will do is I want to get my PPID, right? So PID is still the same thing I'm going to use to PID underscore T is still what is going to store PIDs, like process IDs, right? But now I want to get parent ID. So let me call this one parent ID. Okay, so I'll call this guy parent ID, right? So I want to get parent ID, so I declared a variable for parent ID, right? So what I'll do is I want to get the parent ID of this program, right? So I'll say parent underscore PID, that's parent process ID. So the function is get PPID, right? Get PPID. So I want to get the PPID and then print it. We want to print it. It's as simple as that. So parent, right, and that will be all, and then return 0. Okay, so let us execute it. So if you are executing it, we can use this flag as well. Where is it? So let us use this guy. Okay, it's not to that point. GCC wall. Okay, let's up to this point. So I will rename it while doing that. So this one is PPID, right? And this one is, let's give it as parent PID, right? Good. So ls, so we have parent, so let us run parent. So it's supposed to print parent ID for us, right? So if we run it again, you see that the parent ID for this guy is constant. If you run my PID, which is the child, right, it is different. So that's what they are telling you, that let's see. So basically the process ID, right, is an instance of an executing program, right, that has a unique process ID. A process is an instance of, so a process would have a unique process ID. That's an execution. Every execution has a particular process ID. So parent ID, you see it as where it is coming from. So a parent ID is always constant, right? But the process ID is different, right? The parent process ID is always constant, as you can see. So they say, note that in the example above, that every time you run the program, a new process is created, and its ID is different. So a new process is created, and then the ID of this execution is different. So this execution has its own ID. This execution, just like parent ID, has its own ID, but it is the same. So each process has a parent, right? All these process now, they have their parent ID, which is what we just did now. So each process has its own parent ID. So you might not understand this yet, but by the time we get to the third or fourth concept under this topic, you get to understand it clearly. Okay, so just follow through. Okay, so each process has a parent. The process that created it is possible to get the PID of a parent process by using the get PPID system call. So you should man this. We've done it in the first video. So from within the child process. Okay, so it said write a program that print the PID of the parent process, right? Run your program several times within the same shell. It should be the same, right? And that's what we did. Okay, so we said that we should do echo this guy, right? Print the same value. Why? Okay, so what this place is telling us is we are to put this guy in a, let me see, is it this one? Yes, so let us execute this guy. Echo $. Let's see. Does this guy print the same value? Why? Okay, I think that's what it's telling us. It said, will it print the same value? Can you see? It's still printing the same value. Why? Okay, so basically the explanation is that echo $. Would print the process ID of the current shell. That's what it does. Okay, and as you can see, echo $. Command is helping you print the parent ID of it. So if we still run this command, we still have this, and if you still run this command, you are still printing the parent ID. So you can use this to get the parent ID, right? While the normal process ID, right, is different, right? So that is that for on that. Let's continue. So write a shell script that prints the value of a process ID. Write a shell script that prints the maximum value of a process ID that we can ever have, right? So that is what this guy is saying, that we should write a shell script, that can print this. So what we'll do is we'll let's vi what should be the name. Let's copy this shell script name. So I think this part gives us the path to our kernel. It is a system call, right? And it's trying to get the process ID maximum, right? So this is the kernel. You know, it is a system call it's interact with the kernel directly, right? In order to get information. Okay, so we'll do these tasks and then we'll end this video, and then we'll go to the third stuff. So what we'll do here is we'll vi a name, and let's call it PID maximum dot shell script dot sh just for shell. Okay, so you know what we do, right? Shebang bin bash, right? Okay, so we want to get our PID maximum. So we say PID underscore maximum, okay, is equal to pound cat this. Yeah, so echo, can I say echo the maximum PID value is PID max. Sorry. If you look at this shell script very well, right? Okay, so normally shell would, this guy wants, when we execute it, we want to execute this thing, right? So it's like we are passing into this PID max, right? What will be returning from this guy? We are cutting whatever is inside this file, right? We are cutting whatever inside this file inside this PID max. Okay, so this is what we need. We need to go into this file to check what is there. Probably I'm going to check on this shell, I don't know, probably navigate through this directory. I don't know if it's going to be there, so to see. Pending that time, inside this we'll cut it into this guy, and then we use echo command to spill it out. So this one is something echo is going to print out, and then with this $sign, right, we can get, this is like a variable, right? So we are getting whatever is stored inside. Okay, so that's what we are doing, right? So let me clear the screen and ls. So we have our PID maximum. So I want to execute it. I will change the mode. I can say just plus x, and that's going to give everything x, and then PID underscore maximum dot sh. So if I do ls, right, it is now executable. So PID, right, so this is the maximum PID value. Okay, so basically that's it. So basically all we've done so far, we've done PID, right, and we've done PPID, and we said PPID is the parent, which is constant, and PID is just the normal process ID, basically for different process that we run, different execution that we run. And we did how we can get the normal PID, how we can get the parent process ID, and we also run a shell script in order for us to get the maximum process ID, right? Yes, maximum process ID value of our computer. Though we have this guy to go to, right? Let me see if it's possible. Seed into this. Not a directory. Okay, we don't have it. Let me see the outside. LA. Let's see anything like proc. Do we have anything like proc? Yeah, we have proc. Let's seed into our proc. Right. So after proc, we'll go to system. Let's ls. We should have system. We have it here, right? So let's seed into our sys, right? So let me clear my screen and paste that guy to keep track. It's going to say yeah, no permission. Okay, so we'll see, do we have kernel there? Yes, let's see into our kernel. So do we have what PID max? Okay, PID. So let's cut PID max. Oh, it's there. Can you see? It's inside our kernel. We have it there. Okay, so I hope you understand. So with this part, we can even get our PID maximum. Okay, so I think what I should have done there is cd dot, let's go to cd home. Let's go to our home, right? Cd dot. Yes, we're in our roots now. Okay, so in our roots, proc, yes. So let's see I think this would have worked. Okay, we can't see into PID max, that's why it didn't work. So what would have done is not this, that wouldn't have worked. That's like specifying that it's inside this directory. So we'll go to this end. We should have just do like this, and this would have worked, and then we would have just vi our PID max, right? You see we have it there. Okay, hey, sorry, let's just quit it. Okay, good. So I hope that helps. So we'll go to the next concept, and the concept is argument. So this one is something we've done before, argument to main. right? Arguments, argument count and argument vector, right? We're going to go through this and then we'll go on. So see you.